Is a candidate's past truly a deal-breaker for American voters? Or has the political climate shifted so far that controversy no longer matters? We are watching a race in Maine that defies conventional wisdom, as a progressive Senate candidate surges ahead despite being surrounded by some of the most inflammatory accusations we have seen in recent memory. Before we continue, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in U.S. politics, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow. Let's dive into the facts. Graham Plattner, an Army and Marine veteran and current oyster farmer, is running as a progressive, populist challenger to longtime Republican Senator Susan Collins. The race, which is expected to be a pivotal factor in whether the GOP maintains its slim majority in the Senate, has taken a turn that almost no one predicted. A new poll released by the University of New Hampshire shows Plattner holding an upper single-digit lead over Collins, sitting at 51 compared to her 42. This is a massive development, especially when you consider the baggage Plattner has been carrying throughout his campaign. We're talking about his past online presence, specifically posts on Reddit that have come under intense scrutiny. Perhaps most notably, Plattner was confronted by media outlets regarding a deleted post where he allegedly said a wounded Purple Heart recipient didn't deserve to live. On top of that, there is the lingering controversy over a skull and crossbones tattoo on his chest, which critics have pointed out bears a striking resemblance to a Nazi symbol. Plattner has claimed he received the tattoo while drinking with fellow Marines in Croatia in 2007 and has since covered it up, but the damage in the court of public opinion seems to be permanent for many. Even within his own party, the unease is palpable. Democratic Representative Jake Auchincloss has publicly called the tattoo and the accompanying commentary personally disqualifying, going so far as to suggest that he would vote for someone else in the primary. Meanwhile, the establishment's chosen candidate, Governor Janet Mills, was forced to suspend her campaign due to poor polling and fundraising issues, leaving Plattner as the presumptive nominee. So, why is Plattner still winning? The answer likely lies in the current divide of the American electorate. Plattner is running on a strictly populist platform, aiming his fire directly at corporate influence, billionaires, and what he characterizes as the insane foreign wars supported by established politicians like Susan Collins. For a segment of the Maine electorate, his aggressive anti-establishment rhetoric seems to outweigh the baggage of his past. He is painting Collins as a relic of a corporate-captured system, while his supporters see him as a fighter who speaks his mind even if that mind has been, at times, incredibly controversial. The political implications here are staggering. If a candidate can survive a string of PR disasters and still maintain a 9-point lead against a 6-term moderate Republican incumbent, it signals that voters are prioritizing ideological alignment over personal history. This race is becoming a stress test for the American political system. Are we entering an era where candidates are bulletproof to scandal so long as their policy stance is sufficiently radical? Or is this poll just a temporary snapshot in a primary season that could still turn on a dime? Susan Collins, for her part, maintains that Maine voters will eventually see Plattner as too far to the left, but her path to victory is getting narrower by the day. With Maine's primary only 2 weeks away, the clock is ticking for Republicans to find a way to break through the noise. This brings us to the core of the issue. We are seeing a complete breakdown of what we once considered career-ending scandals. If Plattner takes this seat, it will set a new precedent for how candidates handle, or rather, ignore, the public fallout of their past actions. So what do you think about this? Is the electorate ignoring Plattner's past because they truly prioritize his economic policies? Or has our political discourse become so polarized that character is no longer a factor at the ballot box? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one. The situation in Maine is far from over, and you can be sure that the national parties will be pouring millions into this state over the coming months. We will be here to cover every development as it happens. Thanks for watching, and keep standing by for more updates on the fight for the Senate.